I'll just start recording. I don't give a shit. Either you fucking people seeing it or not. Anyway, I can sharing this recording later on. Rain was falling for days in the highland of Papua. At first, it was the usual rhythm of the season. Soft, steady, almost comforting. But the clouds thickened and the sun grew heavier, louder, until no longer sang but roared. The rivers that wound through the green valley began to swell. Brown water tore at the banks, pulling down branches, stone, entire trees. The people of Nduga watched the sky darken and knew what was coming. They had seen this before, but not like this. The rain turned the mountain's soil into a liquid mass. It moved without warning, sliding down slopes with the weight of the centuries. Houses built of timber and tin crumpled like paper. The night filled with the sound of breaking, rushing, and screaming. Whole families tried to climb to higher ground, but the path beat them. Electricity failed. The only light came from paths of lightning, splitting the sky, refueling the madness for a heartbeat at a time. By morning, the valley was gone. In its place lay a wasteland of mud and silence. Where there had been roads, there were rivers. Where there has been village, there were only scattered rooftops and broken beams. The air smelled of soil and grief. Rescuing camp rocks, children clinging to tanks that had once been their home. The number grew each day. Missing, found, lost again. 23 were unaccounted for, then more at the port borders carried lives downstream into place no one could reach. Helicopters circled overhead, dropping food and medicine, but the people below were still trapped by mud that refused to dry. The forest around them whispered under the constant drizzle, a sound that neither rain nor morning, but something in between. The news traveled slowly across the island. By the time it reached Java and Sumatra, it was just another headline. Yet in the eastern mountain, the survivors stood among the ruins of their homes, staring at the empty place where their families should have been. The government promised aid, the agency sent supplies, but the face in the mud could not be replaced. As November passed on, the rain did not stop across the archipelago. River rose and fields appeared under the water. From Aceh to Sulawesi, paths moved like a slow curse, reclaimed land that people had carved from jungle and stone. The old one said it was the sign of La Nina. The breath of the ocean turned against the land. But in Nduga, no one spoke of pattern of climate. They spoke of names, of the sound of the river before it broke loose, of the last time they saw the light of their hopes. The land that gave them life had taken it back. In the quiet after the storm, the survivor stood